Hello, this is Maxim Kondrukevich from DecoSpine, and today I want to talk about stretching and decompression using the inversion table. But first of all, I would just want to say something about, in general, about stretching. Stretching is very beneficial for our muscles, doesn't matter what part of the body. But idea behind stretching is that it should be done very gradually. So we have our muscles, and this may be our muscle. It can stretch, it can contract. And in order to achieve good results and have great benefits for the muscles, we should do that stretching very gradually, gently. So we start with the muscles being relaxed and we apply the stretching force. Then when the body adapts, we increase that stretching and increase and increase and increase. Important part for the muscles to be able to relax. And when the muscles are relaxed, we're able to achieve even further stretch. And something I'm going to demonstrate by using this setup. So I have a 50-pound sandbag that was placed in the bag, and I have like 40 pounds fishing line that attached to this holding rod. So what we're going to do, we're going to incline the table and see what's going to happen to the bag and to the fishing line when we apply this stretch or inclination gradually. Like we're going to incline the table gradually, and as a result, we're going to achieve gradual stretching of our muscles. In this case, that's going to be our fishing line. And then when comparing this one to traditional inversion table. So as I said, we have a bag here. It's our sandbag. It's a 50-pound sandbag and the fishing line. Fishing line, 40 pounds. You see it's kind of loose. So when you start tilting the table, the bugs are sliding and have light tension. And as you saw, the bags are sliding even at light inclination. And that's happened to our body. With light inclination, our body starts glowing at the surface and we start getting stretching in our muscles and light compression in our spine. And the more we increase the inclination, the more stretching and decompression happens at our back. You can see how much of tension right now I have and how stretched the line is. I have now the video. If you didn't see it, it's showing how with inclination we increase the amount of stretch, amount of force applies to our body. And right now probably we have around 20 pounds of stretching force. And the more we're going to be reclining our table, the more force we apply to our spine and to our body. I'm sure by now it's already probably around 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds applies to our body, to our spine, to this fishing line. That's like really tight. And as you can see, it's really tight and it's holding 40-pound fishing line holding 50-pound fishing bag. And it's really happening because we did it gradually. So we gradually increase the tension of this line. And right now, we're going to do still experiment, but with traditional inversion table. All the way to the floor. And probably right now it's like 45 pounds of the pull force. And right now I have similar setups. But in this case right now we're using our traditional inversion table and the same 50-pound sandbag, we have the fishing line, 40-pound fishing line. And what I do like about this particular table is that it's very balanced. It's very easy to place the body and pretty much balance the table when you are in the middle, when you're putting yourself in parallel position. However, it's changed a little bit. One starts shifting our weight towards the front or towards the back. So it's no longer very easy to gradually rotate one direction or another direction. So you're kind of like forced to yank yourself like in the inclined position. This table is made from the plastic, the surface. It's slightly rubberized. Most of our tables are made from the leather or vinyl, the surface, compared to our DecoSpine table, which made frictionless surface. And let's see what's going to happen to our body when we have to tilt the table. So we're raising, we're tilting. And as you saw, the line snapped. And the reason for that is because we're no longer able to do that gradually. The body stuck to the surface, then when eventually it starts sliding much more faster. And it's, as a result, because it's sliding faster, on a faster pace, more load applied to the line. And it's break lines. The question is, will it be beneficial for your joints? Yes, you're trying to help and decompress your spine, but at the same time, this yanking motion, like really fast, falling off the surface because your body literally got stuck, laying down, not able to move, and then when eventually we incline high enough, it falls. And it's sharp, jerky motion on your joints, on your spine. And the question is again, like, is it beneficial or can it do damage to your muscles? And that's something to compare to our DecoSpine table. Going back to our DecoSpine table. So as you saw, with the traditional inversion table, when we recline the surface, the body got stuck to the surface, and eventually when we increase the inclination, when we pretty much put it high enough inclination, the body eventually slides on the surface. But it does it much more faster pace, and eventually when it falls, it's creating this jerking motion on the joints, on the hip joint, on the knee joint, on the back, on the spine. And the question would be how much of benefits it has for your joints. Yes, it does probably going to allow you to decompress and stretch, but it may actually harm you. Comparing to our table and frictionless surface, where the body able to slide not only along the table surface, but also left and right. So you can have different motions, sliding, rolling on the surface. One more time. Stretching is beneficial for our body when we do it gradually. When we increase the tension, let it relax, let it adapt, and then increase it further and further and further, and do it gradually. So that's one of the benefits, and it's a huge benefit of the inversion table, DecoSpine table, because we can increase, decrease, and regulate amount of stretch that applies towards your muscles, and as a result, amount of decompression that applies to our joints, to our spine, and also to our hip, to our knee, because eventually all this weight is pulling down towards the ground, and we're not only addressing our spine, but we're also addressing and stretching our hip and knee joints. Thank you.